So hi all you beautiful people. This is a changed video from the original one I put in, because I had some music in there from YouTube and it was had copyright on it, so this was not the right thing to do. So therefore I'm going to put this in instead so that this video can still be used on my channel. And so I'll read here what Diana Cooper says in her book about the wolf, and hopefully I'm not doing something wrong with this too, but I'll have to study this further. So let's just do this now. The card says, "Be independent but work together." These regal canines originate from Sirius and have the mission of spreading the gold ray of Christ wherever they wander. They have formidable healing powers and are spiritual teachers in the animal kingdom. Individually, they are extremely independent, but are learning that it is more effective to work as a pack. When a wolf gives his trust, he gives his loyalty and his heart. This applies to their own kind and to those humans in whom they have developed confidence. Wolves are learning about family life with its very strict hierarchy and discipline. Males and females are considered equal, which means the masculine and feminine energy within the pack is balanced. Every wolf has a role to play so that each one feels needed and important. This is the card of the spiritual teacher. When you choose it, you are reminded to be disciplined about your spiritual practice. As this is very important to your progress, act nobly and honorably, whatever the circumstances, for many will look up to you. You must learn to trust your inner guidance. Then decide who you have confidence in and give them your loyalty. You need to know who you can trust because you have wisdom and healing to impart. Look for like-minded others and gather them to you, as together you can fulfill your mission more effectively than if you work alone. Whether you are aware of it or not, you can spread the unconditional love and light of the golden ray of Christ, which has a huge energetic impact on those around you. Hi all my beautiful friends and family. Welcome. We started with the wolf, and I think it was a good message for us to stand alone and to also stand with others. So maybe that's the main theme today. We'll just see. So thank you for all your comments since last time. Thank you for participating in this channel, for all you share. And as I've said before, even if you don't write, just watching the video, you are sharing your energy and your love with us. And whatever you're sharing, maybe you're feeling very sad or very desperate right now, and that's okay. It's all the energy that we bring is our gift, really, and the more aware we become of the energy that we are emanating, the more we can change or release, really. Release the negative energy or the old stuck energy and come into the pure energy, which is who we are. So our awareness is the key, really. But whoever we are, whatever we're emanating, it is really beautiful. And the more we become aware and the more we move on this path, the more we will become teachers, as it said in in the wolf card, on the wolf card, because that's natural, that's what happens. It's really like the grandmothers, the grandfathers, throughout all of history really, the older people were the wise people. They were the teachers, of course, they were the teachers of the younger. And the more spiritually awake the community was, of course, the more wise the wisdom was, the more pure the wisdom was. But our problem as humanity, because of all the things that have happened, and because mankind lost their spirituality, we lost our connection to the divine wisdom. We made up our own wisdom, and that's why nowadays, and probably the last few thousand years, depending on which society you live in, old people became more and more stupid because they had learned stupid things from their grandparents, and until this person who becomes a grandparent, or whoever it is, wakes up and realizes, oh my goodness, what my grandparent taught me to eat lots of white bread with jam, or whatever it was, to go and spray my fields with chemicals, and she said that's the only right thing to do, that's the way we do it. Maybe that wasn't so wise. Maybe that was really not intelligent. And I won't hate my grandparent for teaching me this, because I realize that the person was not connected to divine wisdom. They were not connected to true wisdom. So what they were teaching me had no wisdom. It was a habit. It was something that that person had been taught, that was what they did. And that person had not questioned what had been taught to them. And we can use this. We can use this really with everything, because no matter how wise your grandparent was, or the wise. Just a second. Just have a sip. Cheers. Organic green tea. Yeah, what I was talking about was the wisdom we're given by others, that's passed down to us, or maybe we have been given by friends or somebody we feel this is really, really wise. As we go on this path, we no matter what situation it was, no matter how intelligent or how wise this seemed, we always have to check in. And that's the independence that the wolf card was reminding us of. Stand in your own truth, which means always go within, to the wise man, or as I was shown this morning, I was shown that when we go within, it's not really only one message we're given. There's a whole counsel within us. I mean, there are many, many aspects of the wisdom, or the whatever we're tapping into. It's multidimensional. So I thought that was a wonderful picture, that when we go within, there's a whole counsel, which is our own personal divine counsel, that are telling us exactly what's right for us. And this is vital right now, that we really we switch off that old habit of just relying on what other people say to be true, and we really make the effort to go and ask ourselves, is this true for me? Is this wisdom that person shared with me? Is that wise? Is that true for me? And because we are so different, what seems completely wise and 100% true for one person might be 100% wrong for you and me. And that's where the love comes into this, that because we can't really judge that person. We can't go back. If we realise that wisdom that we were being shared is not really wise for us, we can't go back and and beat the other person. We don't want to do that on the head, because it's wise for them in the situation they are. It's really, really good for them and intelligent for them. But where we are, it isn't. And because we have reached to the level of love within us, unconditional love, and the realization that we are really all one, and that we are all at the same time on a completely individual journey, we don't need to tell others that they're wrong. And because they really aren't. Just because what fits them doesn't fit us doesn't make them wrong. And that's one of the things that our grandparents have taught us, that if people do things differently, they're really wrong. They do things differently from you, they're wrong, because you're right. And that whole concept is dead, doesn't exist anymore. So it's so beautiful because, and it's really so simple. And it is the oneness consciousness, realizing that we are all one, we're all connected, and we're all right. If we want to use the concept of right and wrong, but we are all true where we are. And so the whole comparison thing drops away. And we have complete peace, deep peace in our hearts, that somebody's doing the exact opposite of what we're doing. Their lifestyle is the exact opposite of ours, and that's true for them. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't bother us. We actually feel it's very beautiful. And what a relief for us, which I've mentioned before. We don't have to be so. We don't have to spend so much energy on going into what people are doing, because we know deep in our hearts they're doing what's right for them. Unless they come and ask us for advice, or they need our help in some way, and we can maybe guide them a little bit. We know deep down that everybody is where they need to be, although they might be in a really bad way. So we don't have to spend so much energy, which I know from myself personally, spent so much energy on, oh my goodness, if only this person would realize this and this and this. And it's very difficult, because we at the same time have all this empathy and we wish to help others. But that's the path we've chosen. It's as it says in the Bible. It's the knife, the blade of the knife. It's the point of balance is so small. And if you go off balance, less than a millimeter, if you go off balance just a tiny, tiny bit, it's just not right. It's not right for you. Finding this point of balance. I lost it there. Doesn't matter. So anyway, in this time, being independent, really, really, really being rooted in ourselves, in our own light, in our own love. I feel that very much in my own life, in this time we're in. This is major, this is huge, and it is so cleansing and so healing, and so it's gushing us forth. It's really, really pushing us, or we're taking huge leaps forward, because we're releasing our need to hold on to anyone or anything really, and we're coming really into our own energy. So although there is this oneness, we're all one body. It's like if you take the human body, is really the body of all of creation, my human body. If the cells don't have integrity, my body's not well. And we are each a cell. We can see it in that way. And that cell has to have a very healthy cell membrane and have its own integrity. And then it will work perfectly for the others. It'll be a really good cooperator, because it stands purely, it stands truthfully and completely in its own energy. And it is a wonderful process to really get to know ourselves and our own potentials as we go, realizing, oh my goodness, can I really do this, or am I really able to do this, and do I really have this trait within me? And we do. We have traits we haven't found yet. As soon as we let go of the unhealthy bonds, or really we're not meant to have any bonds, what we're being guided to do is stand in our truth and let go of everything that was some sort of dependency. So there's no dependency. Stand in our truth and really get to be completely whole there. Feel, this is me. This is what I feel. This is what I think. This is what I can. This is what I do. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And I love that. I love that. And I know as we go, we will feel more and more our mission. I'm on a mission. I'm here to do something. And it might be anything. And the more this mission comes clear, stands clearly for me, the more amazingly wonderful my life will become. Because I know that not only have all this potential, but I can use it for something that's really, really valuable, and where I get a deep satisfaction, because I'm bringing the gift that I came to bring. We need time to do this properly before we can really start to work with others. And we know that from group work, or being at a job, or working in a group together, the more whole each person is, the better they will be able to work together. It's really efficient, and it becomes really fun, of course, also, because there's no muddy waters. It's all clear people with clear messages and clear missions. So, like the human body that has healthy cells, works very efficiently, we will be these healthy cells that work efficiently with others. And as it said on the wolf in the wolf message, that we must find people we resonate with. And as I've mentioned so many times, and which has really been one of the very difficult things of aspects of what I've been sharing, is the detachment, or the separation we're experiencing from people we love, people we feel very close to, or feel we were meant to be very close to. Some of them we are not meant to be with anymore. And it's really, really, really hard for the ego mind to understand. But I can see it more and more. We will more and more, we will see that I will rather be alone than with someone who's negative and pulling me down. I cannot do this anymore. It's over. It's just over. And it's really not good for them, and it's not good for me. And so releasing these people from our lives, and slowly we will see how there are other people, maybe strangers, who come into our lives who we really resonate with, where there is no pulling down. There is deep respect for each other, and we can play together, we can work together. And to have, I mean, if it's true what they say, that this process that we are in has been planned for millennia. It's been, I mean, for thousands of years or millions of years, whatever. It's been planned that this planet was going to awaken. And we human beings on this planet were going to awaken in physical form. And deep in our soul, we all know this. And so if that's true, this is something that has been going on and been waited for, or we have been all working towards this for thousands or millions or whatever of years. Of course this is going to feel really strange, because it is a huge, enormous shift we're going through. So and that is part of it, that the world is separating. Human beings are separating, although we are one on a deep level. There are people who wish to be in the old way of being for longer, and some are just releasing themselves from it. They don't want it. They don't want it anymore. They know that following their hearts, embracing love within themselves, and sharing love with others is the way to go. And wishing to create together. So people who are in 3D, they're still complaining about what's wrong, whereas when you move on out of 3D and into 5D, into your awakened state, you don't worry about what went wrong or what is bad. What you're focusing on is, what can I create? Because in front of me and within me there is unlimited potential. And nothing can stop me. I'm here to create, and I'm here to create something very, very beautiful. And while I'm creating, I'm going to have fun. I'm here to really deeply and utterly and completely enjoy myself. I'm not here to suffer. And so what can I create? What can I create? So it's, yeah, I just feel it very, very much. We are creators, and we're here to love life. We are here to feel that we are love, we are peace, we are joy, we are creativity, we are wisdom, and all that has been is fine. It's all okay. We are at peace with it, because it has brought us to where we are now. There was nothing wrong with it. It was deeply painful, a lot of it, but it was necessary. So yeah, New Earth is really and truly here. So what more can I share? I had something written down. I think it was only one thing, actually. Let's have a sip of my tea. It was just the other day, because often I'm just giggling, I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at many little things. And I got this, and it does come as we awaken, that if you find there's nothing to laugh at yourself. And if you start being creative and experimental with your life, doing things where you get this idea, I mean, I'm going to try this and this, and it might be the most stupid thing, but you just feel you want to do it, and let it go wrong. I mean, let that thing you want to do, let it go wrong. I was doing this thing the other day. I was putting up this little little door in some wire mesh for the doves, because I needed to control them going in and out, because I have to keep the numbers down, because otherwise I have too many doves. So I have to kill some of them. Just like with the chickens, if I have too many, I have to kill them to eat or something else. Give them to the fox or something. So I was making this door, and it was so stupid. I mean, it was just so stupid, the whole thing. And it was this thing I'll just quickly do this. So I was tying, it was a door that was nearly falling apart, I made the other day. And it was just so unprofessional. It was so stupid. But I got it all put in, and thought to myself, oh, that's probably going to work. That's probably going to be fine. Just for now, you know, just for now. And I came out the next morning, and there was a little doorway underneath, in the wall underneath, that I usually just put a board in front of, because then I know that when I've closed both those, they stay in. And of course I hadn't put that board on, so that all the doves were everywhere. And you just think to yourself, what am I doing? But the whole thing, that it just made me laugh so much, that it was so stupid. And that laughter, that feeling of joy, and yeah, the feeling that, God Almighty, what a joke I am. I mean, how stupid I am. It's so refreshing. It bubbles through you. And of course the ego cannot deal with that, because the ego wants to be great and clever and perfect and do things right and do things that are well done and effective, and whereas where you can say it's the left and the right brain, the other one is the more playful. I'm going to create this in a playful way, and it might be hopeless, but it doesn't matter. I just want to try this. And so it's the playfulness that comes in, and that just it brings you that joy. And I think also it's just very purifying for us to laugh at ourselves. It's very it's a wonderful, wonderful healer, I think, to get that aspect into life, that I can laugh at myself, and it actually feels very wonderful. And it's with the whole aspect that when you look out into life, and maybe when you look at people, it can be hard to find something that really makes you laugh in that way, give you that joyful laughter, because there's so much that you can't laugh about. And so you can provide yourself, just like growing your own food or making your own clothes or whatever, you can provide yourself with something to laugh at, and that's yourself. So what a wonderful, I mean, and that is yet another example of how you are so multidimensional, and that your potential is unlimited. You can actually, even if you don't have a funny movie or something funny around you to laugh at, you can just produce something yourself that makes you laugh. And so we can't even use that excuse that we used to use, that, well, there's nothing to laugh at, because you can just produce something yourself. And anybody can do something stupid. I tell you, anyone can. So so that was a good little advice from the Lord. So I will go and find my little book, and we're going to have a Gabriel message and see what he has to share. Let's do that. Oh. Okay, so today's message is the Gabriel Message number 13. The inner spirit working outward in your life is the only place where stability can be found in these changing times. Dear one, you have found that your world is speeding up, even a sense of frantic activity without a sense of accomplishment. You have found yourself searching for meaning in all that you are doing when it does not feel like enough. The truth is that there is an increase in the energy of the Earth's vibrational field. Because of this, people are experiencing a shift in consciousness that encourages their search for meaning in all that they do. And universal consciousness is now more easily available to all who seek than ever before. This increase in energy is also creating great and rapid change in the world around you. Information is more available. Tremendous earth changes such as earthquakes, fire and hurricanes seem to be occurring with more frequency, and the very fabric of social, political and family life seems to have shifted to unknown areas. All these occurrences are in the world of appearance, the world outside yourself. They point out the fact that you can no longer look for your outside world to bring you a sense of stability. You must come back to yourself and find that still point of peace, harmony and wisdom within. This is the only place of stability in these changing times. Within you there is a place of such peace that you can totally relax there and allow it to permeate your being. Within you is found the truth and joy and meaning which you have sought in vain from the world outside yourself. Come now and allow yourself to experience this place within, where you can be free just to be. It is as close as your breath, and it is with your breath and the power of your thoughts and imagination that you can begin to experience your higher self and your connection to the divine. And here's a little practice. Take a few deep and centering breaths. Bring your attention to the place just below your navel and imagine that you have found yourself in a very peaceful garden. You can make this garden the most beautiful place you have ever seen. Create flowing brooks and peaceful ponds, flowers and shady trees. Make it a place that you will long to come back to again and again. Allow yourself to relax and absorb the peace and beauty of this garden. Give yourself time to meet with your guardian angel and with your higher self to receive all the wisdom, guidance and love that you need. It may take a little practice to find this beautiful place within yourself, but it won't be long before, after only a few balanced breaths, you will be able to go there without effort. When you give yourself this time of quiet, you will notice that your outer world will not have the power to pull you away from this still point of peace. This is true stability. It is from this still point within that you will be able to live in this time of change and not feel alone or abandoned. You will be able to connect deeply with the support you need. Like a wheel whose spokes appear to revolve very quickly, but whose center has quiet movement connecting all the links around it, this revolution of stillness within you will transform your outer world into one of harmony, love, and peace. Remember to ask for this stillness. Ask for the experience of a peaceful garden. Ask for your personal connection to the source of all life. It all begins with you, with your thoughts, and with the balanced breath that is your connecting link. It is all there for you if you but give yourself the time. Remember your message from the angels today. The inner spirit working outward in your life is the only place where stability can be found in these changing times. Obedience. We have to follow the rules, the inner rules from God. That was good, I think, yeah, it's sort of in the line of what we were talking about going within, this is really all about becoming this, feeling how we are becoming independent beings who are here to cooperate with others, but when we really find this integrity, we will work well with others. So understanding that this is where we have to start. Go within, and you can't say become strong, because you are strong. You are already strong and wise and beautiful and creative. You have it all in there. We just did not learn to connect with that. So go and connect with that. Feel how the wisdom is arising from within, coming from, I'm doing this exercise in my yoga. Oops, I start off with this, going like this. All this wisdom's coming from God into you. And then you can go the other way and you're sharing it with others. But you have to start to come into the wisdom yourself. So all dependence on others and other people, things, disappears, and you realize it's all in you. It's all in you, everything you need. And you came to create something very, very beautiful and have a lot of fun while you're doing it. So have a beautiful Sunday and a wonderful, wonderful week where you feel all this more and more. And have a good laugh at yourself. See you soon.